there's a statistic we were talking in the green room before the show about the percentages of one and done. And so I saw this problem in the space where I came across a number that I thought was terrifying. It was really depressing, actually, and that is the one and done percentage. Some trade organizations have it at 58% of never doing it again. Some have it as high as 63%. And so we're addressing the issue to crush that number, bring it way down, so that we're teaching a policy and an education and an SOP so that people can go and actually do this, make money, do it over again, expand their businesses, and get to their dreams. Right?
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kessel, and today I'm joined by someone that I'm looking forward to chatting with, Scott Ward of Think Realty, which is an education media platform helping investors become successful. So excited to have you here, Scott.
Thank you, Michelle. I've been waiting to meet you. I'm really excited to be here, so I'm sure we'll have a good time today. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, I think our listeners are really going to take something away from how you're supporting people to become educated in the investing space. So let's dive in.
Sure.
First off, for those who are not yet familiar with you and your world, can you share what your main focus is?
Absolutely. And Think Realty's been around since 2013. It was started by Eddie Wilson, and we have taken up, we've recently acquired Think Realty, and people think that we list houses because it's, Think Realty. We don't list and sell houses, but what we do better than anybody else is we bridge the gap in education to the application of that knowledge. And so our core focus is to expand the Think Realty brand with podcasts such as this and other things that we're going to offer with a CRM and a complete system with an LOS or loan origination software, everything that we can do to try to get people in a streamlined ability, right, to continue and reach their dreams through education. So we're an education and media company, and we love what we do, and we're obsessed with it. We're obsessed.
Awesome. What got you into this space and joining this platform?
It's funny. I got into this space a long time ago. I was really fortunate. I had two incredibly good mentors when I got into this. It was a father and son team in Southern California. I didn't even know, Michelle, that you could do financing or investing like this. I didn't know. I was doing landscapes. I was doing landscaping contracting and swimming pool contracting, and I didn't even know that the private money world, back then it was called hard money. Now it's much deeper and wider. But I was convinced to get into this, and I was really fortunate to learn from two of the best guys in the business, the father and son team, like I said, Dan Sr., Dan Jr. And I've been really fortunate over my career that I still take the stuff that they taught me way back then.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
You know what I mean? Prior to the 2000s into what I do to this day. So if you'd have told me back then, all those years ago, that I'd still be doing this and where I am today, I would have never believed it. Never believed it. So I got into it kind of by accident, and it's been a great run, and I love this industry.
Amazing. That's so cool that you fell into this world that way.
I did. I got lucky. I got really lucky. I was very fortunate.
Absolutely. So, what are some of the key things that you are educating people on? Are there certain subjects or areas of expertise that you guys focus on?
You know what? That's a great question, and I'll say it like this: we focus on really kind of bridging the gap. There's a big push now to educate people to really type of brokering or kind of helping people out, referring, connecting, and it goes across all verticals in our space, from raw land to commercial to fix and flip to ground up construction, you name it, mixed use, multifamily. If it's a non-owner occupied property, right? And so we focus on really we've created a system that we believe to be incredibly detailed, but simple to follow and easy to teach. I think that's the success of it. So that there's a statistic we were talking in the green room before the show about the percentages of one and done. And so I saw this problem in the space where, you know, I'm a data dork and I read all the time about stuff in different news worlds and economics and scalability and all that. And I came across a number that I thought was terrifying. It was really depressing, actually, and that is the one and done percentage. Some trade organizations have it at 58% of never doing it again. Some have it as high as 63%. And so we're addressing the issue to crush that number, bring it way down. So we're teaching a policy and an education and an SOP so that people can go and actually do this, make money, do it over again, expand their businesses, and get to their dreams. I think this business, I love it. I think it's going to be really a monster business over the next 10 years with growth, but people need to know how to do it. So that's our primary focus, is we want to teach people, hey, don't get freaked out. It's okay. We've got it. We'll help you. We'll help you get through this, and this is how you do it.
Yeah, amazing. That's so important to walk people on that path because it's not something that's commonly learned, and there's so many questions that people have as they're on this journey.
Well, for sure. I mean, somebody had to teach me, right? Somebody had to teach me. So here we go. I'm just
Yeah,
passing it along.
how did you learn and step into this role as an educator?
That's a great question, because the guys I went to work for, great family, like I said, they didn't just turn me loose. They made me work through every single facet of a transaction. I'll give you an example. I had to go ride around with an appraiser for a week, right? And this guy chain smoked cigars, and it was brutal. I had to go and hold tapes and take pictures of rooms and all that. And then I had to go sit at a title company and sit there with a title officer for a number of days and figure out how title policies worked, how you could do a recording, all of those things, right? Back then, and you're going to laugh when I say this, we didn't have all of the cool stuff you have like this stuff today, right? So we marketed on a fax machine. True story. and I would put in, I had a black and white flyer that said, we do future value construction loans up to 65%, right?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
And I would go over to this fax machine and I would punch in 10 numbers because that's all it's stored, and hit send, and it would go through. And then I would have to then wait till it made this crazy sound, and then I go back and punch in another 10 numbers. We didn't have the amazing marketing tools that we have today. So I had to learn it old school. I had to do collections. I had to do appraisal interpretation. I had to do the submissions. And so they taught me all of it from like a boot camp, but that boot camp was months long. And I'm so thankful for that, because it really taught me to understand our craft and our stuff. It was great. It was great. I'm glad it was hard at the time. It was tough, but I'm glad I learned that way. It was great.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome that you were able to have kind of that type of experience and take a lot away from it. So you mentioned that your platform has a CRM and some
Mhm.
other offerings. Can you expand on what those are?
Thank you for asking. Yes, absolutely. I think, we saw in this, it's all about organization and a system that's easy to replicate, right? That's easy to follow, because if a system's too hard or too confusing, nobody's going to do it. They're just not. And there's ways to make things easy now. So the first thing that we're going to do, we have done already, that we were getting down to, is a CRM system, so that people can then, in our CRM system, we have the ability to market. We have the ability to do AI, conversational inbound and outbound. We can set a whole marketing campaign for them and forget it. It'll build their website. It helps track their new client leads. We give them leads in our system, right? Because it's one thing if I were to say to you, Michelle, here you go, and you're like, oh, I want to learn how to play the guitar, and I just hand you a guitar. Well, you're not just going to magically have fairy dust sprinkled over your head and be able to play the guitar, right? I've got to help you learn how to play the guitar, right? So we provide the guitar and the lessons. And so inside of that, we even have QuickBooks for billing. I wanted to make it as simple and one-stop shop as possible. Now, with that, we've added the marketplace, the Think Realty marketplace. And so it's run by Liquid Logics, the very best loan origination system. So it's a 1-2 punch. That's the system. And you can go and price your loans immediately. You can get help with who's lending on what in certain areas. And it's all done in an instant. The technology is so friendly that it helps you to underwrite. So that's part of our education. Is it a good deal or is it a no deal? And a lot of times you'll see things where people, just because somebody wants a loan, doesn't mean they're going to get one, right? Like if I wanted to go, I want an airplane right now, but the bank's not going to lend me the money to go buy an airplane. So you have to learn what you're looking at too, to make sure it's a viable plan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So are these CRM softwares available for all investors, or like how does it work to get involved with it?
That's a great question. So we're offering it right now. It's not really a massive, we pay the technology fees and stuff that we have to do. It's not how we're running things up where it's $2,500 to get onto it. We have two basic services on it. It's more of a basic one for $395 a month, and that creates your website, 1-800 number if you want it. You get all that stuff. The more robust one, with some added tools and stuff, we're going to be doing some large videos and tutorials on that as well, because we do a tech talk every week also, as well as a deal scenario call. And so those are all live to help people. But the more robust one, it's at the highest end. is only $695 a month. If you take everything else in the space that people are buying right now, they spend about.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
$1,900 on from all these different services. We put it all into one for $695, and we give them more than what they were getting by third partying all these different services out. So that's part of our secret sauce.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is there a sort of like any criteria that people need to join, or it's for all levels?
It's for all levels, and we like to meet people where they are. I've been in this business, like I said, about over a quarter of a century, and so that's another part of our secret is we've seen it all, we've done it all, we've been there. I don't want to say that I've seen it all because I learn stuff new every day, but we've seen a lot, right? I'll say that, and we can help lift people up and get them going at any level. I have guys that are fund managers for 20 years that call me, and I have other people that literally have never flipped a house before and they're asking for help. So it's both sides of the spectrum. So we're very confident and proficient in helping people at any level.
Awesome. So, what are you most focused on solving or scaling to next in your business?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. There's two things that we're really focused on now. One is expanding the brand. We have, we've got our contract with Barnes and Noble and the magazine and really kind of getting the word out and expanding to grow that and including all of the subcontractors. So we have, lenders that we work with in title and insurance companies and all that. But we also are insanely focused on lifting up subcontractors who work in the space and giving them a voice as well so that it's all one ecosystem. There's one. The second one is really teaching people our system and the technology so that they're proficient, like I said, and to get that number of, it's really depressing to think that somebody's got a dream on something and they go, yeah, we're going to flip this house. And they say it was so awful, we're never going to do it again, because this is a great business. And we want to make sure that people fall in love with it like we have and continue to reach their dreams by doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. So, besides like the CRM platform, is the other educational tools just like free? Anyone can go check it out and start learning?
So you're able to log on to our site. We have calculators because think about this. There's so many people that have a tough time, old school, filling out how to do a DSCR calculation, right? To figure out what the debt service coverage ratio is on a rental property. It's not something that you would normally know how to do. So we give them resources, for all of the calculators. We give them information constantly. We do videos on best practice. I just released a video. We have an app called Flip in school, which means for the love of investment property, Flip. We thought it was a cool name. I like it, right? So the Flip app is open, and in there, I just did a whole video series on how you create and stack a file for submission, all the documents that you're going to need and why you're going to need those. Now, to somebody that's been in the business 15 years, that's kind of old hat, but for somebody that's just starting out, it's a key component to their success. Because that's the basics, right? We have to start at the basics. So we've got the app, we've got the website, we've got the calculators, we've got all the stuff, and it's going to continue to grow. It's not going to stop. When I mean we're expanding, I mean we're expanding. We're expanding.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are some of the goals that you have for this expansion? Like, where do you see this all heading?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a big crystal ball, right? We want to more than quadruple the size of our membership in the next 24 months. We want to really start to see people using the tools and the systems for their benefit. And so we're really focused on getting that out and helping people. There's one thing to release a piece of technology, but if people don't know how to use it, they're never gonna use it. Right? If you can't help them navigate their way through it, they're just gonna go. It'd be like giving somebody a car that's a stick shift and they don't know how to drive it, right? As long as you teach them how to do a manual transmission, they'll drive it all day long. But if you don't ever teach somebody how to do it, especially like in Northern California, the Bay Area, up and down those hills, that car is going to stay parked for 30 years. Nobody's going to drive it. So you got to teach them. And we're happy to do that. We love educating.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So when it comes to business growth, what has been the most supportive for you, like networking or what other types of strategies?
That's a great question. I think that for us, the American Association of Private Lenders has been the most crucial part of our success. They're the biggest and the best trade organization in our space. They're really involved with their membership, and they push their members and celebrate their wins, right? And so I think that's a key component to success. I'll say this to Eddie Wilson, who was the original founder back in 2013, is a big fan of what we're doing, and he's helping to push as well. And we have a great reputation with people in our space, so they want to see us do well also. So it's a three-way kind of triple threat, exciting benefit, because we've got friends in the space, we've got a great organization behind us, and we've got a former owner who's a fan of what we're doing with the new modules. So we're extremely lucky. We're very lucky.
Yeah, absolutely. So how do people plug into your world if they are curious about everything you're offering?
I love that. Great question. Yes. You can go right to thinkrealty.com and go ahead and do that. You can go and sign up on our app in the school, SKOOL. It's Flip, FLIP. The Flip app inside of school, that's completely free. And you can go in there and learn and hang out in community. It's all that stuff. So either way, I would suggest I would go to the app in school, and I would definitely check out the website. Go ahead and check that out.
Awesome, Scott. Yeah, so before we wrap up here, if people want to connect, reach out, learn more besides the app and the website you just mentioned, are there other ways people can connect with you?
I'm a very approachable guy, and I always have been. I love people that are excited about this business, and even if they're not, by the time they get done talking to me, they will be. So they can reach out to me directly at scott@thinkrealty.com, and I will get right back to you. You have my word on that. That's the best way to do it.
Perfect. Well, I really appreciate your time, your story, your perspective. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, and it was great to meet you. And I'm honored to be a part of the show. So thank you.
Of course. And for those listeners tuning in, if you got value, make sure you've subscribed. We've got more conversations coming with operators like Scott who are building real businesses. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.